Anticipate potential delays for the morning commute. In other news, a recent government report on prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know.
What are you talking about, man? Look at this stats.
It's about your right to be informed. Your right to access all types of information keeps us free as a nation.
No.
Today, there are real threats to press freedom.
Reaching residential areas by...
And your right to know about the world around us.
Look.
Some threats are obvious, some are easy to miss, but they all put our way of life at risk. We must defend against all of these threats, no matter what kind of news is important to you.
Justified putting American troops in harm's way?
That's a great question.
We must protect our right to know before it's too late. Understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
Anticipate potential delays for the morning commute. In other news, a recent government report on prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know.
What are you talking about, man? Look at this stats.
It's about your right to be informed. Your right to access all types of information keeps us free as a nation.
No.
Today, there are real threats to press freedom.
Reaching residential areas by...
And your right to know about the world around us.
Look.
Some threats are obvious, some are easy to miss, but they all put our way of life at risk. We must defend against all of these threats, no matter what kind of news is important to you.
Justified putting American troops in harm's way?
That's a great question.
We must protect our right to know before it's too late. Understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
I'm Ben Affleck, and I want to thank you for joining me and supporting Paralyzed Veterans of America.
I joined the Navy to serve my country as a Navy SEAL. While parachuting with my platoon, my parachute didn't open. And I broke my neck. It left me paralyzed. Paralyzed Veterans of America was by my side from that moment on.
Since 1946, Paralyzed Veterans of America has kept a promise to our wounded veterans. We will never leave a fallen comrade behind.
Thanks to PVA, paralyzed veterans are getting specialized medical care and treatments, the benefits they've earned, the jobs they want, and the accessible vehicles and homes they need.
I just don't think my family would be as happy as they are without the support that I received from Paralyzed Veterans of America.
Our veterans fought for us. Let's fight for them.
To learn more, go to pva.org today.
You've messed up your son's haircut.
Mom?
Do you A, try to fix it?
Like it never happened.
B, work with what you got? Or C, show solidarity?
Thank you, baby.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the Beat Break Morning Show, coming to you still from the FLA, Florida. Sean Garvey, aka the Architect, hanging out with my partner in crime, DJ Roland. What's good, fam?
Hey. Not much, man.
Hey, man.
How you doing, Flo? Yeah.
Man. Let's just say I am ready. Is that what we calling it nowadays? Florida.
Florida.
Man, I
Changing
cannot wait
it
to
up.
come back to GA.
Oh,
we're switching it up like that?
It comes after Florida. Okay, then. All right.
Yeah, we on the state line, Georgia, Florida. Yeah, man. The Beat Break Morning Show coming to you on. I can't tell the listeners, the viewers, what day we are on live because we try not to make it too time sensitive. You can check us out live on Honey. By the way, you can see at the top of your screen there, Honey on your Roku TV and on your Roku app. Make sure you check us out live and direct. We're live, baby, on all your streaming multiple platforms as well as the Flow Television Network. Shout out to Stephanie Starworth and the team behind Honey, or the team behind the Flow, rather. So make sure you check us out on the Flow. We're also on Apple TV, Fire TV, Android TV, even YouTube. Don't forget to become a subscriber to our YouTube channel, Beat Break Radio. Yeah, man.
TV,
And
Roku.
Yeah. And soon, DJ Roland, we will be on Fanbase. We will be on Fanbase.
Fanbase?
Very, very, very soon.
Okay.
Fanbase. Yes.
All right.
We're going to be on Fanbase, man. I heard a lot of
Fanbase.
Yeah, man. I heard a lot of hype. Behind Fanbase.
I have too.
Yeah,
it's becoming really, really big especially in this year. I've seen, especially in this year, 2024. Fan base has been a huge hit and whatnot.
Yeah, man. I agree, man. We're trying to expand. We've already are a syndicated radio program. We're syndicated. No. I mean, we used to do that back in the day. We did stay in one spot. We were limited, I guess you could say.
But I mean, we still had other avenues. There's not a lot of avenues, just not a lot. We had a few, very few.
We started
something like that at the most.
Yeah, we started from the bottom, and now we're here. We started from the We started from the bottom. Now we're here. Like your boy Drake said, before he got crushed.
Oh. Okay, all right. Is that leading into the show?
We're gonna get into that later.
Off from the bottom, now we're here.
We're gonna get into that later. Man.
Right, because I'm gonna go by that phrase. I'm like, okay.
But yeah, he started from the bottom, and he was here. Now he's back at the bottom. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, DJ Roland, who said that Drake is his favorite artist, shaking his head up and down, not left and right, but up and down. We'll get into that. We'll get into that, man. Before we bring up Before we bring up our special guest this evening, because we definitely want him to be a part of this conversation, I have a question for you. Have you ever had a lizard in your room? That's a very long pause.
A lizard?
Yes, a lizard. Have you ever had
a lizard?
A live lizard? Yes. I'm not talking about a particular kind of lizard. I'm talking about a lizard, like a lizard that you would see
Okay.
outside?
Not in my room.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not in my room, but I saw in the classroom. When I was a student at Tuskegee, I did see a lizard in class.
That's a long time ago.
Not in my room.
Okay. When you saw it, did you jump up? When you saw it, did you jump up on a desk or a table like
No.
a little high school girl? Like, okay. Okay.
No.
I don't even want to.
Like a little high school girl. And I was smaller then.
I mean, so what did you do? What did you do when you saw this lizard in the
What I
classroom?
do? I saw that I just kind of creeped to the side and don't make it startle. And I'm like, okay, we gotta get moving and whatnot. Is there a big textbook around or something so I can throw at it to see if I can crush it? Because it's in art territory.
Okay.
So
you
were
did not
it was in a
approach.
corner.
You
It was
did
a dark, dirty corner.
Okay.
Dust. So I don't know. I can't remember all that happened, but I know I was moving to the side. I'm like, okay, this is the country.
I don't want to know if I know.
wasn't
I
afraid.
mean,
See, when you see roaches and stuff like that, you see big cockroaches. So it's a cold-blooded animal. So I'm thinking like it's big.
With lizards are very
crunchy
harmless.
like a cockroach when step on it, but
yeah,
it didn't faze me.
Well, the reason
Only
why
thing that phases me is snakes.
Ooh, yeah, snakes are in that family of lizards. They're reptiles. Yeah,
right.
But the reason why I asked is because this morning,
they are reptiles, but
reptiles, like what you see in Jurassic Park. But yeah, earlier this morning, I woke up to a live lizard in my room. True story. So I'm currently sharing.
Was the lizard on the floor, or what? Was it on the floor, or on the wall, or the ceiling?
It was on the floor. Thank goodness.
It was on the floor.
Right. Because if it happened to be in my bed,
yeah,
I would have burned this place down. I mean, I was.
That's why I asked you where the location was.
Right. You know what I mean? I mean, imagine waking up one morning to a lizard in your bed, and it's not even your lizard; it's a lizard that just came from outside into your Airbnb room.
Yeah, it's not your pet.
It's not your pet. Yeah, it's not your pet. You know. And I mean, imagine you in bed and you feel something crawling, and you thinking that
itself.
yeah you thinking that it's somebody that you in bed with, like, oh, okay, I mean, who did I find myself in bed with? And the next thing you know, you're screaming to the top of your lungs like Patti LaBelle.
You have an uninvited roommate. Uninvited roommate.
Yes. Yeah. Uninvited roommate. Right. Absolutely. You know. But yes, folks,
ain't paying no rent, but chilling.
Listen, if the rate that I'm being charged to stay here
You know how
The
people or
rate
things
I am
are.
being the rate I am being charged to stay over here, I don't mind a lizard or any living creature with or without legs paying my rent just as long as you're not in the bed with them. That's all I can say. You can pay my
As long as you're
monthly
not in the
rent.
bed,
Just yeah, as
pay
long
your
as
monthly
you're
rent.
not in the bed. Right. That
Wow.
part. Yeah.
Okay.
There you have it.
All right.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
As
All
long as they
right.
pay you can't be in the be on the floor. As long as you pay, you can stay.
We got a
Okay.
new user on the check-in. Millie Mill is giving me the side eye. I'm judging by the emojis here, giving me the side eye. Like,
Oh, I know
what
who that is.
the hell? Yeah. You know. I mean, hey, look. I did not invite the lizard into my room. The lizard invited him or herself, whatever
Side eye.
gender it was. Yeah. I'm not saying.
Now, so I'm trying to say this again. The lizard gave you a side eye. Like, who the hell are you looking at? The lizard gave you a side eye. Like, who the hell are you looking at?
I don't care. I mean, the
If you
lizard
ain't
was
my
about to meet its
premises,
maker.
you gonna give me the side eye.
Oh yeah. I don't care. You know, you can give me the side eye all you want to. You know what I mean? This is your fate right here. You're gonna decide whether you're
Lizard
going to see
Lord.
tomorrow or not.
Lizard Lord.
We
Yeah,
are
I know. Lizard
we are
Lord
not about to
is
have.
going to be having some company.
You stupid man. You stupid man. Don't forget to
No
subscribe to
communion
our
with
YouTube
you.
channel, Beat
No
Work Radio.
communion with you. We are not sharing. Wow.
Oh man. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Beat Break Radio. You can watch us live on Beat Break Radio. DJ Roland may be lagging a little bit only because we are not in the same studio together. So we may be lagging just a little bit. But what can you do, folks? It is live streaming and technology at its finest. All right. Roland, you ready to get into tonight's or this morning's topic? Ready? Okay. Let me see if I can bring our guest on, man.
Started from the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, he's a favorite on our show. And he's my cousin, by the way, too. I mean, there's no secret. No secret. You know. We're keeping it all in the family. Tonight's topic. Plus I'm playing the producer. I'm host and producer at the same time. Tonight's topic: the return of the boom bap and R&B. Is real hip hop and R&B coming back in 2024? That is this morning / tonight's topic right here on the Beat Break Morning Show. We're not talking about anything political related. We're not doing all of that. We're not. This is not the kind of show. This is not the kind of show. We're taking it back. Yeah, we're taking it back to the essence, DJ Roland. We're taking it back to the essence in which this show started off of hip hop, of our love for hip hop, as well as R&B. We don't want to exclude R&B, but me and DJ Roland, we grew up on what we consider or what we think at the time is real hip hop and R&B. And we want people to chime in on the conversation at Beat Break Radio on YouTube and on all your multiple platforms. Yeah, absolutely. Also, by the way, shout out to Tariq, Return of the Boom Bap, Beats, Rhymes, and Life. courtesy of Tariq. He gave me this shirt right here, and I just thought it was only right, DJ Rollum, that I wear this shirt for this morning's episode.
Well, I gotta, represent the show. We gotta represent the show. Hey.
There you go. Beat Break Radio. Also, don't forget too to check us out on Podcast FM 87. By the way, too, it's still Beat Break.
Gotta represent the show.
Yeah, gotta represent the show 24/7. Podcast FM 87.
Man. Well,
formerly known as Beat Break 87.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Were you about to say something, DJ Rollo?
Oh boy. Mm-hmm. I was going to say, basically, I'm glad you playing into some of the bed in the background. To me, just my opinion, hip hop is not just is very broad, and people look at it so many different ways. And the way I see it is definitely the word that is not said a lot in today's music era. It's called art. What is your art? Not what your skill is, but what is your art in the hip hop community? If you are an artist or a performer or DJ, like people still ask me to this day. I can't remember how long ago, but it was recently. They said they might want to get into DJing. And I said, look, what is your main focus on DJing? Are you DJing just to do parties and get some quick money? Or are you going to appreciate the art of it? And that's what I always say, the art of it. So you understand what you really getting into. Now, I don't scratch, but I blend better than some people who do scratch. They're stuck on that. So you got to know the art of it. No, I don't scratch, but I blend the heck out of something. So that's how I see it. 'Cause I got an art in it, and it doesn't take overnight. Just pushing a button.
Yeah,
it takes years. So that's just my opinion.
Okay. All right. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and bring our returning guest on. Let's see. Kevin, you there? What's up? You muted.
What's going on? What's going on?
There we go. There we go. What's going on, man? We got Kevin returning back to the Beat Break Morning Show. There we go. We had to fix it.
What's going on, bro?
I feel like this is another family reunion, by the way. So to put people on game. Well, to put people on game, right? This is interesting. So Kevin has been on the show before. And he has been on one of our episodes where I thought it was one of my favorite classic episodes, where him and media consultant Eric Lee were on. And the conversation stemmed from an episode courtesy of Drink Champs. And they had Special Ed on. And the one thing that went viral that Special Ed said in that interview was his thoughts on West Coast rappers, especially NWA. Now, for those that may have not saw that episode, they can go on YouTube on our on-demand section and search for the video, because it got really intense. The conversation got intense, but it was a friendly debate. And being that my cousin Kev, he's very passionate about hip hop. So am I, and so are you, DJ Rollum. And I wanted to have him on, of course, because a few weeks ago, DJ Rollum was the DJ at our family reunion, Kevin.
I remember.
Who I did get a good job, and that's why I say it's just like a reunion. You back on. DJ Rollum is back in the same space with you and us and stuff like that. So this is quite interesting in a good way, though. In a good way. Yes, man. So I don't feel like Kevin in our first interview we did with you, which was sometime last year on the Beat Break Morning Show, we didn't really get into the whole meat in who Kevin is or who Kevin was. But you come from the world of, and like DJ Rollum spoke about a few moments ago, art. Because you too are an artist.
Yes,
correct?
I was. Yes.
Was. Okay, past tense.
Yeah.
Was. Okay.
Right.
So can you give our audience a backstory on the artist behind Kevin?
I mean, that could be a long story, but I'll try to sum it up as fast as I can.
Okay.
Like most people in the mid 80s, I was hugely influenced by hip hop culture, rap culture, via Rap City, MTV Raps. Can y'all hear me pretty good?
We can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Through your MTV Raps and Rap City. And of course, like a lot of other people, I decided to start rapping myself. And like me and Sean had a conversation maybe last week that we was talking about some of this. I started rapping, and my first rap name, because I was such a big fan of Heavy D, and I've always been a heavy set person. My first rap name was actually Heavy Kevy. And I just wrote about things. Matter of fact, one of the first songs I wrote was "These Are the People in Your Neighborhood." I got it from a Sesame Street song from when I was little, when the hook went, "These are the people in your neighborhood, And I wrote that, and it was just describing people I saw. So it started there, and you got to just think throughout the years, of course, it evolved. I got better at writing. I went through many rap names. And all this was on the south side of Chicago. I actually moved to Georgia my junior year of high school, and I had another rap name change. I had other rap name changes prior, but the one that stuck with me and the one that you see in my middle name right now, they call me Lunatic. And that's what I'm known for around this city. I can't escape it. People just call me Tick, 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 Tick. That's Tick, that's Tick. So that's where the Tick comes from. I stopped rhyming as far as like actually trying to make it in the business and going to studios. I probably stopped around when my first daughter was born because I had to get serious about LIFE, So I think I stopped actually trying to pursue rap probably around 2003. Yeah. 2003 maybe. And I dabbled and dabbled here and there, but as far as like seriously trying to get on and get a record deal and all this stuff, that kind of went out the door. But I never lost my passion for the genre or for the culture.
Right.
We got songs on YouTube. If anybody ever want to check it out, it's under Dark Side Creed, The Legacy. That was the name of our little clique. They called us the Southern Wu-Tang. They actually did a newspaper article on us in the late 90s. They dubbed us the Southern Wu-Tang because there were so many of us.
Really?
But yeah, it's on YouTube. It's about 10, 11, 12 songs. It's called Dark Side Creed, The Legacy. Just some old stuff we did. But we were very serious about it. But fast forward, I'm an avid collector of music. I got probably over 3,000 hip-hop albums. I co-authored a book in 2013 called GOAT 50. It's about the 50 greatest MCs, which we actually developed a mathematical system, which I think was the first of its kind, in my opinion, unless somebody can show me different. We developed a mathematical system to try to keep as much as our bias out of it as possible. So we did that in 2013. It's called GOAT 50. It's on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and all that stuff. But this is what I do. And it's others, I don't play about this culture. I'm very passionate about it. And
yes,
I'm ready.
And see, this is a good segue, Tick, because like you mentioned, we talked on the phone over the weekend. I told you what the episode was going to be. And I don't want to say you took issue with the word or the term that we used in this morning's topic, which happens to be real, right? And so I pitched to you the topic subject matter, which is real hip hop and R&B coming back? Now, let me set the stage up to our viewers and listeners, Tick and DJ Roll'em. So, this year, a lot of albums are getting ready to drop. Actually, some have already dropped thus far. And coming up this weekend, if I'm not mistaken, coming up this weekend, Common and Pete Rock are going to drop their new album, The Auditorium, Volume 1. And it came across my desk today that that's going to be the same day Eminem is scheduled or slated to drop his new album, The Death of Slim Shady. And then I also went on, and I also went on social media and mentioned a few names and people that, you know, I thought were coming from that ethnicity of what we consider as real hip hop. And some of the people that I mentioned in the Facebook and Instagram post, Tick, were the likes of, like I said, Common and Pete Rock and Lupe Fiasco, who dropped Samurai, by the way, too, which I happen to hear the album. Very great. A few other people's names were mentioned, and I also included R&B as well, too, because I'm starting to see more of that harmonizing part of R&B coming back through the likes of Lucky Day, Coco Jones, October London, to name a few. Marsha Ambrosius dropped her new album as well. But back to your assessment that you gave to me over the phone, you took issue or took a different perspective towards real. Like, I want you to explain it to DJ Roll'em and our viewers on why you had a different perspective on that term real when it comes to real hip hop or real R&B, and then, you know, we can go from there.
Yeah, I took a bad issue with it. I mean, that's a strong word. I wanted to flip it a different perspective to you, because it's multi-layered, and I'm not gonna try to be too long-winded. So it's a thing called coastal bias that I'm a stickler of calling out, and I have noticed throughout my 30-year career of dealing with hip hop or so that usually when people say real hip hop, they're talking about a very specific sound, very specific style, and a very specific type of artist. I've always noticed that. Like, for example, just now when you mentioned some of the real hip hop coming back, you didn't mention Dog Pound. See, and that's what I'm saying. You mentioned Common, you mentioned Lupe, you mentioned Eminem, but they fall under a certain style that when people think real hip hop, they think of rappers that's usually considered high level lyrically, very style heavy, very good flows. They use a lot of multi-layered syllables, you know, coming with the syllables, lyrical, you know, all that type of rap. But most people, a lot of people, when they think real hip hop, they don't think about Sally Sale. They don't think about Sibo. They don't think about Devin or Dude. They don't think about JT Money. They don't think about Do or Die. They don't think about Dayton Family. They don't think about Brother Ali. So the point I'm making is, that's what I was trying to get you to challenge is, you know, real is relative. And sometimes it can come off as extremely biased if you just have to tread lightly with that, I think, if you want to have integrity with your audience or just be aware of your own biases sometimes. And now that's not universal. Some people say real hip hop, they talking about the entire umbrella. But I have noticed throughout my decades, most of the time, when people say real hip hop, we want real hip hop back, they're talking about Nas, Jay-Z, Cannabis. They're not talking about Scarface, Bust Down, and CeeLo. And that's from my perspective. So that was one of the issues I had with it. It's just, what is real hip hop? Isn't it all real hip hop if it's coming from their heart? no matter what coast they from, or is it one type of music that's real hip hop? One type of sound, I mean.
Okay. Well, let me respond to that. And it's going to be somewhat similar to my response to your. Wait, hold on, DJ. We're gonna go over to DJ Rollum in just a few moments. But my response to that was, well, one, I didn't know that the Dog Pound, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I didn't know that the Dog Pound dropped a new album this year in 2024. And I even forgot to mention, to be fair, I forgot to mention Pharoah Monch in the post because he's supposed to be dropping a new album this year. And it was only so many people that I could have put on that list on the ad, because what I'm seeing now, and just like many others who are fans and lovers of hip hop, they're starting to see hip hop that was at its truest form, or what we consider real, coming back. Like, what is so fun, what's so interesting is that about an hour after me and you spoke, Kevin, I was talking to another guy, a colleague of mine. Actually, me and DJ Rollum, we know this dude, and he was saying that I am seeing our elders coming back to do hip hop, and I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know how we got into that part of the conversation, but it just took me back to the dialogue that me and you had, Tick, before I spoke to this gentleman. And I was just curious to know why, like, even after I got off the phone with you, curious to know why in our community, especially in the hip hop community, it's not just us that are lovers and fans of hip hop, but also you hear artists, even like Common, in his new album, he mentions real hip hop. And so I've always been curious to know, why we say real, like what is real to us, and why we keep saying real hip hop and all this other stuff. And, my assessment in the conversation that me and you had was that to me, hip hop is from the soul, is what is real to you in the environment that you grew up in, and being, i.e., a storyteller. Real lyricism, real instrumentals, real beats, real from the soul. That's what I consider to me as hip hop, and it just went from that point on. And I thought it was a good idea to have you on as well, because we can have different perspectives on the genre, but I think it would be fair to have an artist like yourself as on here to speak it from your perspective, and a person who, of course, my lineage goes all the way back to my dad. In New York, like he was there before hip hop even existed out on the East Coast. But I want to go over to DJ Rollum and allow him to, respond and to get his take on it. Like, the topic, is real hip hop and R&B coming back in 2024. But the other question to Kevin's perspective is like, okay, real, is it biased? Could it be considered biased if you consider a certain part of hip hop to be real and not other parts of hip hop? But let's say you, DJ Rollum.
I like what Kevin said earlier about what is real hip hop, dealing with depending on what artist is actually doing the hip hop. Like I said in the beginning, it's an art and not just a talent. Because a lot of folks are getting in it 100%. Most of everybody getting in it. If you are spanking brand new, when I say brand new, within, I'll say the first 3 to 5 years, if you're successful, you're just in it, just 100% just in it for the money. 100% just in it for the money. Those 3 to 5 year people coming into the game, just in it for the money. You're not in it for the art. Because if you're in the art, you will take it to a different type of level and whatnot, and not just say, I just, want to make an album and whatnot. A lot of folks don't say this. And I'm not a big fan of him. But I respect him. Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne started off, but the man is a genius. What was that? 2011?
Breaking up pretty
Oh,
bad.
right, yeah, DJ Rollin, you breaking up just a bit there. You probably may need to drop off and then come back on. But let's go back. Let's go over to you, Tick, while DJ Rollin comes. Come jump off and then come back on. But let's go over to Tick real quick and let him respond.
Right.
Go ahead, Tick.
What am I responding to?
You responded to both me and DJ Rollin, whichever one you want to respond first.
I mean, I could just make more comments.
Sure.
Yeah, I do agree that real hip hop usually holds a lot of substance behind it. If we remove the bias, if we take all that out, I know when people say real hip hop, when I remove the bias and all that, I know what they mean. And like I said, I don't have a big problem with it because I enjoy real hip hop. Like you said, music that comes from the soul, that is genuine as possible. Now, and when I say genuine, I don't mean the person has to necessarily be living the exact lifestyle they're portraying. Because I mean, a lot of rappers are actors and actresses. I mean, let's be real. But they being true to what they want to portray. That's really what they want to portray. And they sticking into it and they putting their heart into it. I have no problem with that. If that's what they truly do, and nobody's telling them they have to be that way. If that's in their heart, that's what they want to portray, they have to deal with the consequences, good or bad. But I have no problem with real hip hop. I just would like for more people to be aware of, are you creating more segregation in hip hop sometime when you say that? Like I was telling you on the phone, just a quick example. That's what made Pimp C coin the term country rap tunes, because he claimed that UGK wanted to be a part of hip hop. They thought they were a part of hip hop, but he found out people wasn't looking at them the same. They were looking at them as something below them or something to be in the side bin. And Pimp C was like, and I ain't gonna, I don't know if I could cuss on here or not. Can I?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
But Pimp C was like, well, fuck hip hop. We gonna do and I'm paraphrasing. This is not exactly what he said, but he was like, fuck hip hop. We gonna do country rap tunes over here. We gonna outsell all you bitches. And that's what made him feel that way. David Banner also told a story. I don't know if you ever seen a documentary called Dirty States of America. You ever heard of that documentary?
Dirty States of America?
Yeah. It was
okay. No, I haven't seen it yet.
It was a Southern biased documentary, which you don't see often, but they felt the need to put it out because, as usual, they get overlooked. And David Banner told a story in that where, of course, I don't know how true it is. I'm just going by what David Banner said. But he tells a story in there that he was backstage at a concert with, I think, Tribe Called Quest. It may have been De La Soul, and it was Wu-Tang or some other East Coast rappers. He said they had a cipher, and everybody was kind of rhyming. And David Banner said he did his part, and everybody was like, dang, man, da-da-da-da-da. He was like Q-Tip, and somebody asked him, where you from? And he said, I'm from Mississippi. And he said they all turned around and walked away.
True story. Wow.
That's according to him. I wasn't there, so I don't know, but that's what he claimed, and that's the things that a lot of people that wasn't part of the East Coast fan club had to deal with. You know, I've heard stories of people from New Jersey and even Philadelphia talk about that bias, let alone somebody from Flint, Michigan. I mean, so it's just something I've observed, and I call myself the Avenger, kind of, because I love calling that out, man, because it irritates me sometimes. Now, I don't do it all the time. It just depends on my mood.
Okay. We got DJ Roland back on now. DJ, before we had those technical glitches and what have you, you mentioned Lil Wayne.
Yeah, I like.
If you want to pick up where you left off at, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is he still lagging? If he's still lagging, I'm gonna be laughing.
Basically, I was
That's
saying
right there.
about Lil Wayne, him being exposed to the music industry at a very censored. Man, why does it keep doing that? I mean, I got AT&T internet, and
that's what I got.
Anyway,
am I being biased by having that AT&T?
Right. Hey, I got Viber, man. I'm like, hey. But with Lil Wayne being exposed to the
I think you're lagging again, man.
At a very young age and whatnot. And it's phenomenal what he did as an artist, and he brought some people in, especially Drake, and how he bowled Drake into the industry and whatnot. And Drake always thanked him, you know. So that's why I like him as the artist portion of Lil Wayne and whatnot. And you, sir, you were saying earlier about how about that 30 was it 30 states?
30
yeah,
states
he
in America.
Possibly be.
Mm-hmm.
DJ Rollum is lagging.
Then you said something about 30
but
something, 30 states or something.
It's the 30 states of America, right? 30 states of America?
And I can hear the music clearly. I'm like, why is it doing it with the camera?
I don't know, man. You might have to blame it on the lizard. It was the lizard's fault. Cause see, this is the thing. I'm sorry, I don't mean to go back to the whole lizard situation from this morning, but a lady told me that a lizard being in your room will give you good luck. Well, apparently DJ Rollum is not getting that same kind of luck as I. So,
look, on that lizard subject, real quick. The older I get, I think I become more of a pacifist, and like the whole world is connected and all lives matter type crap. And I caught a lizard in here one time, and I did everything in my power to catch him in a bowl or something and let him outside. And I finally caught him, but I didn't want to kill him, so I let it out. Anytime I catch something in here that don't belong in here, and if it's not posing an immediate threat, I usually try to catch it and let it out. I don't know when it started, Sean, because I used to just stump his head in. But but now I've become such a pacifist, and you know, I be like, let me let this little bug live, let this little insect, little animal live if I can.
Yeah, because I don't, because I never was in a situation where I had to crush or kill a lizard, but I don't want to because I'm thinking that killing or crushing a lizard is totally different from crushing a small bug. And I don't want to ever see that.
Yeah, I feel you.
I don't.
Cockroach.
Yeah, I was a cockroach or.
Well, to touch on what DJ Roland just said, I'm gonna be I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't think Lil Wayne was going to be around this long. When I thought Juvenile was going to be the flagship, and I thought it was going to stay like that. Man, Lil Wayne, if you would have, I promise you, if you would have had this discussion with me back in the late 90s, I would have laughed at somebody if they told me Lil Wayne would be a GOAT. I would have laughed, and I would have been all wrong, because that man turned out to be one of the GOATs. So, you know, props to him.
Yeah. Props to him. Props to him. And there were some people that did not even consider people like Lil Wayne or even Cash Money or Hot Boys. They did at one point they didn't consider them as hip hop, or at least quote unquote, I'm just using air quotes here, real hip hop.
Right. Exactly. So when we say return to the real hip hop, you know, some people are not considered in them, and I don't think that's right. But I get it. Like I said, I get it, but I try not to do that. If I say return to real hip hop, I'm talking about something you can feel, like that Common phone, you know, giving you something I forgot that one when he got that sample thing. Hip hop is something you can feel. I think it's on that like Water Like Chocolate album, but yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I can't think of the name of the song, but yeah, hip hop, something you can feel, man. And that's not just multi-layered syllables and a bunch of big words. If I could feel it and I could respect it, it's hip hop, man, for me.
Yeah. Once again, if you're just tuning in to the Beat Break Morning Show, we got Go 40 author and Go 50. I'm sorry, Go 50, not Go 40. Go 50. You know what? I'm thinking of top 40. But we'll get into that in just a few moments. Go 50, author of the book. And he's here back with us, chopping it up on the conversation of hip hop and R&B in 2024. We got my cuz Tick. We also got DJ Roll'em, aka DJ Lag, and I'm gonna start calling you DJ Lagging for the night, DJ Roll'em. Make sure you support the show. Cash App us, $Read #1 Communications, and show your love and support for the money, man. We're going to come back to DJ Roll'em in just a few moments, but let's chime back more into the conversation on hip hop and R&B, because there was a lot said, Kev, aka Tick, in the conversation that we had, and I want to go back to it because one of the things I also mentioned in our conversation was the fact that what I was exposed to when it came to hip hop at an early age, right? And so back in the day, especially in Atlanta, where I'm from, Atlanta, a lot of radio stations, or at least the two urban, the A-Town, yes sir, the urban radio stations, like your B103s, and then later your Hot 97.5, which is now Hot 107.9 in Atlanta. They were playing, majority of the music that they were playing were East Coast based. It was East Coast hip hop, right? With a little bit of West Coast. And then they later started playing, your down south. If they wasn't playing, trying to think of the names here. Kilo Ali, right? Kilo Ali, Hitman Sam, DJ Kizzy Rock. The list goes on and on and on. If you're talking about your early Atlanta-based rappers, right? And so, as a person who started to get drawn to radio a little bit, all I kept hearing was Jay-Z, your Nas, your Method Man, Redman, old school hip hop, right? And we touched on this too, Kevin. It was the way it was marketed. You know what I mean? Because I kept hearing real hip hop, right? Real hip hop. So as a consumer, and maybe you can answer this question, as a consumer, as a listener to radio, when you kept hearing the announcer or the person saying, this is the place for real hip hop, this is the place for real R&B, that sort of thing, do you take it with face value, or did you at one point in time take it and say, okay, if they saying this is real hip hop, then I guess to me it's real hip hop? Was there a time that you thought about that way? You was like, nah, that ain't real hip hop? Let's say you.
I came in hip hop through the back door. So I'm gonna tell you the truth. I never had an experience with feeling like I was influenced with what was real hip hop, because growing up in Chicago, we listen to everything, and I know people say that a lot, but no, seriously, you ask most people that grew up in the 80s in Chicago, early 90s, we was exposed to a lot of different sounds and regions. And now from my memory, somebody else may have a different recollection, but from my memory, I don't recall hearing real hip hop. This is real hip hop. I probably started hearing that more on around the mid 90s, I would say.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what's funny? Around the time of the West Coast takeover, that's when they started really pushing that a little more. And another quick tidbit I was gonna bring up when you was talking about how you was exposed to Jay-Z, you know, Biggie, and most of your East Coast greats as real hip hop was funny.
Yeah, right.
When I first moved to Columbus, Georgia, I noticed a lot of the local rappers here rap like they were from the East Coast. And it blew my mind. Because I was like, if country is, you know, this city is compared to a Chicago or an Atlanta, it's definitely not comparable to New York. Why are y'all walking around with your pants leg rolled up in Timberlands and you calling me son and word of God? That kind of struck me. I was like, wow, this is an identity crisis. They didn't start becoming real proud to be country. I'm talking from my area. I can't speak for no other one. But they didn't start talking about being proud about being from the South until Outkast and Good Mom came out. Then you know what, Sean? All of a sudden, it's like I saw a whole shift. Everybody was talking country. And I was like, this is interesting. That just showed me how much people, like you said, with media and people are so easily influenced and how quick people flip-flop. You know, I ain't gonna sit here and act like I ain't never been influenced. But the point is, I'm saying, yes, marketing played a huge role. New York controlled a lot of the media, and they are the originators. You know, they are the originators. So I get it. But like I said before, man, hip hop has expanded and it's moved on from that. It's still New York is always the heart, but the whole body has formed around the country.
Yeah, you know, it to me, and I know we talked about this too. I will admit that at one point in time I was biased. You know what I'm saying? I was biased. We got DJ Roland back on. We're gonna get to him in just a few moments. But I will admit that I was biased to an extent, only because, like I said, of how it was marketed to me. That's number one, right? And how it was marketed to me as what they thought was real. So if they thought, meaning the radio stations, the disc jockeys, and how it was promoted, I'm thinking, okay, this is real. Okay, if you say that it's real, then it's real to me, right? So that's number one. And then number two, you know, going back to my lineage, you know, with my dad from New York and even my grandfather, you know, like I mentioned just a few moments ago, my dad was there before hip hop, and he was even still there when it existed, you know, in the Bronx and what have you. And so that just falls into your DNA, right? It falls into your bloodline, like, you know what I mean? Because what's so unbelievable, Tick, is when we were talking about who our favorite artists were, right? You know, you have your top five, I have my top five, DJ Rollum has his, and, you know, in my top five, and I guess I could say he's number one on my list, Common to me solidified what real hip hop is or was, you know. And I say that because I relate to him more than some of the artists that I was used to listening to, you know what I mean? And I just felt like he spoke to me in so many ways than one, right? And like, people would trip out because when I say that Common is number one, because I'm from Atlanta, and when people say,
that makes sense. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because people expect me to say Dre 3000 from Outkast, or they would expect me to say Ludacris or T.I., Tip, you know, or so many others because I'm from the South, right? So I mean, I don't know. I mean, is it biased or non-biased? Let's say you take before we go back to DJ Rolo.
Is what bias that you like Common?
That I like. Well, see, I framed it in that question that I like Common. Is it biased or non-biased? That I would say I like Common or I like this person or that person that's not from where I'm from. Because once again, being a Southern boy, being from Atlanta, people expect me to say those names that I just mentioned, Dre 3000 or Ludacris or whoever, whatever. Now, if I had said that Ludacris or Dre 3000 was my favorite artist, people would be like, "Oh man, you biased because you from the South."
Yeah, definitely. They could flip that on you. Definitely. Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. But I say the bias only comes in if you say Common is my favorite rapper, and I say Young Jeezy is, which he's not. Let me make that clear. I'm just giving an example. And I say Young Jeezy is my favorite rapper, and you make a face or you look at me like, are you crazy? Instead of saying, oh man, pops, I can respect that. That's the bias. That's the because I've been in places like they naming all these great rappers, and you'll bring up somebody that's not part of the real clan, the real hip hop clan, and now they're looking at you like you're just part of it or something.
Oh, okay. I get it. Right.
Yeah, you know, we all got biases. You know, like I told you during the conversation.
Yeah.
I'm aware of my biases. I'm biased toward West Coast rap, and I'm biased toward gangster rap. I am fully aware of my own biases, and I have no problem admitting it. And I try my best to kind of rope them in, you know, depending on the conversations I'm having, where I'm at, and so on and so forth. I just wish more people would be aware of it. Real quick, I like to give examples, but I don't like to just talk. I like to bring receipts. Back when I first put the book out, I got a memory. You brought me on your show with some other guys. I don't remember who they were.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
And they were going through the book, and as soon as they got to number 50, and I'm kind of giving it away, the book old, so it don't matter. But the number 50 rapper in the book was Willie D from the Ghetto Boys. Do you know they laughed?
I'm trying to remember. Did they laugh?
Oh, I know they did. I remember. Because that's what I was saying. I said, oh, it would be fine if it was Pharoah Monch. See, that's fine. Or if I would have put Buckshot, that's fine. Or if it would have said Guru. But the fact that it said, they didn't even ask why would it be or try to break it down respectfully. It was just automatically funny. And that's what I mean by, are you really a fan of hip hop, or are you a fan of East Coast rap?
Oh, okay. I get it. Let me.
Are you a hip hop fan, or are you a rap?
I get it.
Like, let's talk. So yeah.
Okay. So, shout outs to Big D, by the way. Big D, from the remix. Gerald Oliveira and DJ. Well, Gerald Oliveira. Shout outs to them as well. And I do remember that vividly. You know, I just didn't remember the part where they laugh until a few seconds later, right? And so I know people like that are, if it's fair to say, biased, because to them, well, one, because of where they from, right? I mean, they or this particular person is a straight up New Yorker, right? It's a straight up New Yorker. So, you know, when you come from a particular era in hip hop and you from New York, and these people that you grew up listening to or what have you from New York, and then all of a sudden you have people outside of New York coming in to want to be a part of this movement, they're gonna be they engineered, I guess you could say, they engineered to just only liking this thing and not that thing, or not caring about those others outside of New York. I you know, that's just that's just what it is. You know.
And you know, I find it funny, and you know, I ain't trying to keep this. You know, I'm not trying to keep a separation in it. You know, I don't want to stick too much on, you know, on the separations. But I find it funny. Like, you remember Tim Dog? From the Bronx. He had the album Penicillin on Wax. He had the song For Compton. Tim Dog could not rap that well, but they would give him props before they would give somebody from the West Coast or the South props. And I always found that, I was like, that's funny that y'all accept, and I'm just using this as an example of a broader problem. So keep in mind, I'm just using this as an example. But y'all giving Tim Dog a pass when he actually raps similar to Willie D. But Willie D is a better lyricist than Tim Dog. But just because Willie D is from Houston and has a huge southern slang, you'll give Tim Dog the props before you give it to Willie D. That's what I'm saying. That's a problem.
Yeah. And one of the things I also mentioned too in our conversation was Rap City and giving kudos and credit to a platform like Rap City at the time, because it had that balance. It later had that balance where, you know, you had East Coast, you had West Coast, Midwest, down South, music videos. You know, it wasn't just catered to just one audience. It was catered to multiple audiences and stuff like that. Like, what was that feeling like, you know, watching Rap City, and 1 minute you seeing a video from A Tribe Called Quest, or seeing a video from LL Cool J, and then the next minute you watching a video from the Ghetto Boys or from Master P, you know, Silk the Shocker, and then the next minute you see a video from 215, you know, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, and them. Like, what was that? What was that feeling like for you? Was you like, you know, this is what I'm talking about? They're not being biased or anything like that. What was your reaction when you saw that?
At the time, I don't think I put much thought. I don't think I started paying attention to the biases until like probably the mid 90s, early 90s. Like, as far as like really digging in on it. But anyway, I used to Rap City is one of the main reasons I fell in love with hip hop, because of the diversity of the sound. Like I told you on that last show when we was talking about, excuse me, when we were talking about the gangster rap new and hip hop. I was like, if anything, gangster rap saved hip hop. Because if every rapper rapped like Poor Righteous Teachers, Brand Nubian, X-Clan, Public Enemy, I would have been stopped listening to rap. A lot of other people would have too, because there's only so much you can hear the same thing being said over and over, the same beats, the same topic. I love the extension of it. Do I love trap music personally? No, but I love for its right to exist. I don't love drill music at all like that, but I believe in its right to exist. Crunk, you know, snap and trap, whatever you want to call it, that keeps hip hop blood flowing. So yes, Rap City, man, watching that back in the day. Come on, Sean. I remember rushing home from school. That was just like a routine. And when I finally was able to get my hands on a VCR, I used to sit there and record videos that I liked. I didn't record every single video that came on, but I had my hand on the remote to hit that play pause button, you know, to record what I wanted. And I had tapes and tapes and tapes, man, of Rap City. Come on, man. And like you said, I heard all kinds of stuff. And also, to your point, not just popular artists. It was easy to see Tribe, LL, Scarface, Ice Cube. You know, those are popular artists. But I'm just going to throw somebody out there. A rapper named Sinister. He had a song called I Won't Forget You, G. It's a tight little song. It's a one-off. I don't know what else he did. But I heard that on Rap City. He wasn't even a popular rapper.
Yeah.
Same way, who cares? Oh, Freddie Fox is so tough. Every time they hold me down, I get rough. Every time I heard that on Rap City.
Yeah.
So I'm here, hey, Ghetto Mafia. Every day, every day. It's just an everyday thing in the hood. That's all different sounds. I love it.
Yeah.
So yeah, man,
Yeah.
Rap City, man, that was my heart back then, you know. Yeah. I started from Mayor Chris Thomas, and I think I stopped watching it around when Tigger came on. Because I was out in the street, you know, just living my life, doing my thing. I wasn't watching it as much anymore. But from
Now you know
there,
you said I used to. You said, I'm sorry. You said I started watching it when I was about to say y'all gonna leave Tigger alone. Y'all that's for a whole.
Oh, it wasn't cussing Tigger. It wasn't cussing him. No, I was just saying that I just remember down that era, I wasn't watching it as much.
Yeah.
What do you say, DJ?
Wait, now this Sarah, go ahead, DJ Roll'em. He's back on. AKA DJ Lagging. Mic check 1 2.
Yeah,
DJ Roll'em. I saw him move too. I'm telling you, it's the lizard. It's the lizard's fault.
Hey, me, you don't see me lagging. That's why I got my avatar.
Dude, you still. We see your avatar, but you still lagging. Let's try it again.
When my camera's off.
I don't know. You need to call the real AT&T.
Oh Lord, now the daggone thing's saying that.
I think you're good now. Let's try it again. Go ahead, DJ Roll'em.
What's going on?
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to call the real.
No problems with internet in this. I'm like, I love what brother's saying. He's saying so much truth right there because it's all about your liking of hip hop all across the country. The heck out of hip hop, and in Japan they love hip hop and whatnot, and as long as we bringing it to them. Now the thing about it is with the other countries, continents, and whatnot, they more listen to the old stuff compared to the new stuff. They ought to say something. Special guest coming in.
Yeah, we got another special guest, and it's a surprise guest, guys. I had to bring him on because it's our other family member. It's our other family member from Chicago. We got two Chi-Town natives on the Beat Break Morning Show. Riddell Drakeford, ladies and gentlemen, who represents Artist Precise from Chicago. What up, man? What up, brother? Riddell, what's going on?
What's good? I'm trying to be like you, man. I'm trying to be like you, multimedia.
Man, I'm telling you, man. We wanted you to, I wanted you to be on this conversation. That's DJ Roll'em. We calling him DJ Lagging tonight because he's lagging a little bit. He also got the author of the book GOAT 50 Tick on the live line with us, Riddell. I wanted you to hop in on this conversation real quick.
Okay, no problem.
Because in the honor of hip hop, with the amount of albums that are coming out this year, from your hometown native, Common coming out with his new album with Pete Rock this weekend. Lupe Fiasco, another Chi-Town native. He just dropped Samurai. A few other artists.
I know the kid who shot the video.
You know the dude
who shot the video. Yeah, for Samurai, yeah.
Shout him out.
Yeah, my man Chris. My man Chris from Impact Studios, yeah.
What up, Chris?
Yeah, we do jobs, we work together. We do jobs together, man.
I love it, man. I love it. I keep it in the community. What do you think about the term real in real hip hop? Do you think there's a such thing as real hip hop? That's the first question. And the second question is, us by saying real hip hop, do you think it separates us from what people may not see as real hip hop? Let's say you.
Okay, real hip hop. There's a such thing as real hip hop, but nowadays, record companies and artists don't care about making real hip hop music. They only care about getting the bag, if you will. Hip hop was all about the black empowerment movement. Excuse me, and I say around about the 90s, around about the late 80s, early 90s, that was gone because of well, I won't call it gangster rap. I call it social commentary rap, and that wasn't on the artists. That was on the record companies. The record companies want the artists, those artists, particular artists, to release those records. With that being said, the hip hop. I wouldn't even call it hip hop. The night nowadays, 21st century, I wouldn't even call it hip hop. I just call it rap. Cause these cats, nothing. No, I mean, it's like what Jimmy Iovine and Q-Tip said. The reason why record sales are down because artists don't use their imagination, and your imagination can take you around the world and back. It also make you a lot of money too. But these artists don't do that. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
I was talking to one of my colleagues about that the other day. You know, cats don't use their imaginations nowadays. There's nothing creative about rap nowadays. There's nothing creative about rap nowadays.
Okay. All right, with that. Let's go to Kevin. Let's go to Kevin, aka Tick. Now he too is a shy native. But he's might give you a little bit of pushback. So I'm gonna let Tick have the floor.
I mean, yeah, that's easily dissected. I mean, hip hop did not start off with no black empowerment only. It was part of it, but I'm sure Planet Rock, Let's Get Hype by Kid and Play, Cha 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 by MC Light, Lottie Dottie by Slick Ricky and Dougie Fresh. I'm sure they object to that. But as far as nothing creative in rap, that's a very limited view of rap, because he just literally mentioned Lupe shot a video that was pretty creative, I thought, in one of his videos. Brother Ali just dropped something pretty creative. Kendrick Lamar just got pretty creative. J. Cole being creative. Joey Badass pretty creative. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. So I think that's a very limited view. You know, I don't know how much he's exposed to as far as like what he's looking out for. But nah, man. To me, it's all hip hop, it's all rap. Rakim raps, Sebo rap, E40 raps.
I disagree. It's not hip hop.
Yeah. So I mean,
nowadays it's not hip hop. It's rap.
It's all.
I look at older artists getting in where they fit in. They're trying to get a check. I'm not mad at them for doing so. I'm not mad at them for doing so. And you have a point. Hip hop didn't start. It was the black empowerment movement was a part of it. Was a part of hip hop, but it didn't start off about that.
Right.
Go ahead.
No, I was saying you're right. It definitely was a part of it.
Nowadays, I won't even call it hip hop. I call it rap. Because these cats don't, like I said, they don't use their imaginations, man. You see, back in the 80s and the 90s, cats used their imaginations. And they made great records. Nowadays, I just listen to the old school cats. like Sean mentioned, Common. He's pushing him and P Rock. They're pushing that record. Matter of fact, P Rock, he's doing a show at the removal theater in Bridgeport. Who are Quincy Jones, Chance the Rapper, and Jennifer Lopez? Not Lopez, excuse me. Jennifer Hudson. They own that theater in Bridgeport, and he's doing a show there on the 8th. Let me see. On the 18th, July the 18th, next week, in a DJ set. And I don't know if you from Chicago, and you should have heard. You should know about this. Common, he's doing a free show down at Millennium Park. They're pushing that record now. I'm excited about that because I like to call MC Common Sense, but we call him Common for legal reasons. That's hip hop. He's hip hop. That dude is hip hop. He rocking hip hop.
Let me ask you this: as a Chicagoan, is do or die for hip hop?
Oh yeah. Twister.
That's hip hop.
Cavalier.
Is Crucial Conflict hip hop?
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's fair right there. I have no problem.
Right there, yeah. I'm talking about the 21st century. I'm talking about nowadays. I won't call it hip hop. Like the Sexy Red. I don't even listen to it.
Well, is Lil Kim hip hop?
Excuse me?
Is Lil Kim hip hop?
Oh, definitely. She's very respected. I worked last year. I worked at Hyde Park Summerfest, and she was booked for it. And people came out to see her.
So why Sexy
Red came out to see her.
That's interesting.
Yes, indeed.
Why Sexy Red isn't hip hop?
Oh no.
I think you got
She doesn't use her imagination.
That's that bias.
Little Kim K's alone will make her look stupid. Hip hop is men respected that. Men respect that. She got flow. She got lyrics. Sexy Red on the other hand, no. I can't get with that.
I mean, I don't listen to Sexy Red like that either, but I respect her right to exist.
I respect her right to exist too. Just don't call yourself MC when you're not.
Well, what does MC mean?
When we know in 1980 or 1990, you won't have a career to speak of.
Let me ask you this, what does MC mean?
MC, mic controller.
Rakim said it mean move the crowd.
Move the crowd.
You don't think Sexy Red move the crowd?
Excuse me?
You don't think Sexy Red move the crowd?
Her crowd, people that coming to see her, but the people that like you and me, John, people that know real hip hop, no.
I get it. Yeah.
Let me come behind Kevin real quick before we let you go, Riddell. We really appreciate you for coming on. Let me come behind Kevin. I think what Kevin and many people that are watching that may be in agreement with Kevin is that if you were to speak to Sexy Red and you ask her who were her influences, Sexy Red would mention women like Lil Kim, Foxy Brown, Trina, ladies that came before her, right? And so at that time when you had Foxy Brown and Lil Kim, there were people that criticized.
You forgot Shauna.
Shauna, and then there were other female. There were other, Shauna too. I mean,
Shauna alone will break her.
Yeah.
Shauna alone, Shauna cadence alone. That's what I'm talking about.
Wait, we got some comments coming in. We got some comments coming in. I'm gonna read them on Instagram real quick. But here's the thing. Right, but here's the thing though. Now that we're switching over to the female M side of things, right? At that time, Little Kim and Foxy Brown, it was just Little Kim and Foxy Brown versus the other females that some of us may feel like were way more lyrical than Little Kim and Foxy Brown. And because of the way that Foxy Brown and Little Kim were marketed, they were more on the higher food chain than some of the other female MCs that you and I and everyone else mentioned. I mean, there were Rod Digger, not just only Shauna. There were Rod Digger. There were Bahamadia. Thank you, DJ Roland. Bahamadia. I mean, we can go down. You know, I mean, of course, you know, we can mention other women like Gangsta Boo and many others, and then, you know, fast forward to now, we have Rhapsody, of course. But the thing is that Sexy Red, or let's not even just say Sexy Red, the Cardi B's of the world, the City Girls, Megan Thee Stallions, Glorilla, we can go on and on and on, right? Ice Spice. It's the way that they are marketed. Right. There's a reason why those female MCs, like, to Tick's point, move the crowd because they can really bring in a crowd. It is how they're marketed and promoting. With a female MC like a Rhapsody, they can only do so much with Rhapsody because she doesn't fit that whole Little Kim, Foxy Brown, fast forward to Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion,
MC Light
type of presentation.
Yo.
I mean,
she does. The reason why Rhapsody and Young Ma, MCs like Young Ma are not marketed the way they should and need to be, because they refuse to. I don't want to be vulgar, but they refuse to show as ass. It's calling for what it is.
Now you just said earlier when nobody in rap creative no more had any imagination, but you just talked about Rhapsody
and Young Ma, the Young M.A. Oh, it's an arcade. There's a difference between being creative and having to rhyme cadence. Okay, you can be creative with your rhyme cadence.
You said what now?
And you can also just be a creative individual. That's all good. And Young M.A., she's very creative with her rhyme cadence. That I would give to her.
Oh, you talking about Young M.A., the lesbian chick?
Yeah.
They had the one song, the popular song, yeah. Yeah, the drill, she a drill.
She had more than that.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, you know, that's what she's known for.
Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, look, man, it's simple as this to me. It's about supply and demand. Sadly,
right. Yeah, that's what it comes down to.
They make it look like people are just demanding the Megans and the Glorillas. But like me and Sean was talking about last week, the problem is the balance is gone. Sexy Red has a right to exist, Glorilla and all of them. But they should be giving Rhapsody, Ciroc, and some of these other female rappers the same equal airtime. And let people choose who they want to choose. But they only showing the naked side of it. I'm a heterosexual male. I thoroughly enjoy half-naked women. I'm not finna sit up here and act like I don't want to see that. Are you crazy? I don't mind seeing that. But that is not all I want to see. That is not all I want to hear about. I want my Rhapsodies and my Cirocs. I want to hear them. And it's another chick, I think her name was Naeem or something. She was a Muslim rapper. She had a little buzz going for a while there. I don't know what happened to her. But I may be saying her name wrong. I know it began with an N. Maybe somebody in the chat can help me out. But anyway, I'm glad to see this resurgence of female rap. I think this is the only time I've seen females dominate rap ever in hip hop, and I'm loving it.
Yeah.
And a lot of men can't handle it. But I'm loving it because it's being so male dominated. We were telling women what to do with their mouths, what to do with their butts, what to do with everything. But now the women telling us what they want us to do. I love it. I just don't want to just hear that though. That's the problem though. I don't want to just hear that side. I want to hear a good perspective around it, a well-rounded perspective.
Yeah. Right. Let me go to the chats real quick, and then we're going to switch gears because we only got a few minutes left here on the Beat Break Morning Show. Shout outs to I Am Quita Speaks. She also mentions Nicki Minaj. You know, a lot. I mean, I bet you Sexy Red and a few others looked up to her and they emulate her. Also, I Am Quita Speaks. She mentions who I feel like to this very day, guys, is underrated in hip hop as a female MC, Missy Elliott. She also mentions Queen Latifah, MC Light. She also goes on to mention a few others, but she agrees with you, Tick. She says, us as real women do not want to hear this all the time. And when she say this, meaning sex, we as real women want to hear more than just WAP, basically. So there you go. Shouts to I Am Quita Speaks. All right. The Beat Break Morning Show, Sean Garvey, DJ Rollum. we got author of Goat 50, Tick, ladies and gentlemen, and we also have our surprise special guest, Riddell Drakeford, calling in on behalf of Precise from the Shy. Really quick before we get up out of here, we only got a few minutes left. Drake. I know this is the part of the conversation that DJ Rollum probably don't want to hear, but we got to get into it. You brought up a great question over the weekend, Tick. We've all have witnessed what occurred over the past few days, thanks to Kendrick Lamar, West Coast, Compton. He recently put out a video, Not Like Us. And you know what's so funny, guys? I find myself rapping the hook all day. Like, you know how when you hear a song for the first time and it doesn't catch you at first, but then when you keep hearing the same song over and over and over and over again, you start finding yourself actually humming it, and then now you find yourself rapping it. So I too got hit by the Kendrick Lamar Not Like Us bug. You brought up an interesting question, Tick, and that question was, and I will ask you guys the same question. Could this be the end of Drake's music career? And number two, the follow up to that, could this also be not so much of a good look for Kendrick Lamar at the same time? Because to Tick's point, it would be interesting that Not Like Us, right, a murder suicide type of song, Not Like Us, to be the only hit. I mean, we know that this is not Kendrick Lamar's only hit, but the song that really takes Kendrick Lamar and his artistry to the next level. I mean, what can come behind Not Like Us, which is already being nominated as Rap Song of the Year, according to my sources, for the 2025 Grammys. Let's go over to Tick, and then we'll go over to DJ Rollum and Riddell.
Yeah, man, that was something that hit me during our conversation and made us pause for a minute. You know, I was like, is Drake getting Ja Rule the way 50 Cent did Ja Rule? Will it become corny when you pull up to the stoplight and you bumping Drake and somebody pull next to you, you hurry up and turn it down because you don't want to be embarrassed? You know, if that's what's about to happen with Drake? But I also brought up, and like I said, I didn't put much thought into it, but it just crossed my mind. I hope Kendrick hasn't suicided his career, because
people are real fickle. Most people that are fans, they are surface level fans. And like you just said, I don't want Just Like Us to become the pinnacle of Kendrick Lamar's career. I don't want it to become his flagship, his benchmark, that no matter what he does, kind of like Nas with Illmatic, Snoop with Doggy Style, Outkast with AT-Aliens, I don't want it to become, he can't never get past it because it's so big. And it's a, let's be honest, it's a diss song. It's a great diss song, but I don't think any artist that's a Kendrick type status wants to be known only for their great diss song. You know, Ice Cube don't want to just be known for No Vaseline. You know, which almost kind of happened. But I'm just worried for Kendrick a little bit that I hope that for these fly-by-night people, now his core fans, like me, I'm a core Kendrick fan, so, you know, that's not going to affect me. But I'm talking about like fickle fans, surface level type people that only listen to popular music and popular entertainment and popular media. I'm worried that he only becomes known for Just Like Us, and I hope that don't happen.
What about you, DJ Roland? What about you? That's an interesting point. You know, we don't want Kendrick Lamar to be remembered from just off of that one song, Not Like Us. You know, and I do think that for a person like Drake, who has had other artists diss them before, we've seen the bounce back from Drake, and he went on to continue to make more and more great music, more and more popular music. But for the Kendrick Lamar Not Like Us song, and even doing a video of it, and it becomes a big anthem because to I Am Quita Speaks, who is checking in on Instagram, she says that it's more than a diss song. It has become an anthem. But let's say you, DJ Roland. Is DJ Roland still there? AKA DJ Lagging? Oh, I hope he didn't fall asleep. Live on the air.
Have the new people go against the old folks and see who will win. Because they are just rapping. Okay. Especially the females. Mm-hmm. Females are basically, and I'm not trying to be chauvinistic or mean or whatever, but women rapping today, they just what kind of outfit they got on in the video or in a performance or anything. They're not out to listen. You know, and they're listening about how Latifah and MC Light rap about. They rap about dudes, but they rap about how sorry their game is. So this, if you want to come up to me, this is how you need to sound with me and whatnot. Well, you just got to know what words to say to attract the crowd, to see what kind of crowd you're going to have come to you. That's how I see it.
Okay. All right. Let's go over to Riddell.
Yeah, I like looking at Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah, I'm hetero. I like looking at women. Yeah, but in my damn right.
Oh, hey man, he's still on Megan Thee Stallion. I like looking at Megan Thee Stallion too. I mean, you know, I can't tell you the number of times I had to watch. Well, it's not so much I had to, but I ended up watching WAP like 12 more times, and then an additional 12 times. You know. It's a confession.
See? Hey, yeah. You ain't ending up with no wet ass toilet paper, did you? Uh-oh.
Not me.
Hey, that's that gangster rap, baby, man. My fault.
All right, Riddell. Okay. Drake, Kendrick Lamar. Okay. Well, let me find out from you. What side are you on? Whose team are you rocking with? Kendrick Lamar or Drake's team?
I will have to say I'm not rocking with no team, but I would say this Kendrick Lamar joint is it's just mainstream. That joint is mainstream, and he might end up winning a Grammy. And I heard some things about Drake that I really don't like. I really don't like. You know, but at the same time, Kendrick Lamar, that joint is just mainstream, man. Even what's her name? Kamala Harris, she even was citing that joint. They're not like her.
Yeah.
That joint is everywhere. That joint is everywhere.
Right. I mean, for the first lady of the United States of America to mention "Not Like Us," I mean, come on, imagine what this has done for the culture. Let's go back to Instagram really quick. I am Quita Speed. She got to jump on and holler at us. They're not like us. We have to recognize that we are not the enemy. He is showing us how the industry used Drake to influence and infiltrate our culture. She also goes on to say, and not in a good light, in a bad light. Drake is just a small factor in that song. The video is even displaying quote unquote culture. She also goes on to say that Drake is a culture vulture. Ouch.
Wow.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Wow.
Ooh.
Is he really a culture vulture?
There's some truth to that. Some truth. I would say there's some truth to that.
It sounds and look that way because what I heard about him, I mean, when he done, I'm gonna take it back to that blackface thing. When he did that, I was like, you know what? I'm not rocking with this dude. I think it's funny, but it's not funny. You know what I mean? And you know, you're trying to like I was listening to Dr. Umar this morning, and they were talking about Drake and how he only target market black folk, actually DNA black people to sell his music to, but he doesn't claim to be black, even though he has a black father. And like I said, when he did that the blackface thing, I'm like, I can't rock with this dude. I can't rock with this dude.
I think Drake is talented. Now, I'm not gonna sit up and act like the man that don't have any talent. I think he may go down as one of the GOATs, you know, for whatever reason. You know, he's not one of my favorite rappers, but you know, I know he makes good music. You know, I'm just wondering if he's going to go the Ja Rule route now. I'm just curious to see how this unfolds. You know, Ja Rule was a multi-platinum selling artist, dope rapper, but 50 Cent made it uncool to even talk about Ja Rule. So I'm curious to see if this happens with Drake. But if Drake comes back from this and can still do his thing, to me, Drake is one of the GOATs. I mean, whether you like his music or not, man, Drake has made an impact on the culture. And it is.
Yeah, he did. He made an impact on the culture. Yeah, he did. I'll give him that. Yeah. I'll give him that.
Better or worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, you know.
But the Kendrick Lamar joint, that joint is main. That joint is no. I'm gonna say, you know what? That joint is beyond mainstream. Now that Kamala Harris, she mentioned that in the conversation. She what's the actress name? Taraji Henson. She had a conversation with her. Yeah. And I'm like, when I heard it, I'm like, man, that joint is beyond mainstream.
It's out of here.
I mean, yeah, they just out of here.
I agree.
Yeah.
And you know, that's funny, man. Like when you think of Naughty by Nature, most people think about Hip Hop Parade. Or you ask somebody about Snoop Dogg, they'll say gin and juice. And
like Ghetto Boys. The first song people gonna come to mind is "Man Playing Tricks on Me." Sometimes you come out with these songs that they become bigger than the artist. Like it creates its own existence, and it could be a dangerous thing. The Ghetto Boys told a story. Willie D. or Scarface, I can't remember which one said it. They told a story about when they went to New York before Man Playing Tricks on Me came out. They got booed off the stage. Like they booed them so bad. But they said not even a year later, when Man Playing Tricks came out, they sold out Madison Square. Where they performed at Madison Square Garden, they were going crazy. Just for one song changed the whole outlook. The same rappers, they didn't change their style or change the same rappers they just booed. But since Man Playing Tricks on Me went out of there, they became just known for that song. And I hope it don't happen. I hope that don't happen to Kendrick.
Yeah. And Kendrick he's talented, and not just only in music, but also in television, in movies. He's multifaceted. You don't want to take that away from him, right? But in some instances, it can be that one song, it can be that one diss song, or that one thing that could come out, especially when people are quick to cancel people, right? And I don't think it's going to take a lot more to cancel Drake, or to say, okay, Drake, it's time for you to go, because Drake, he's been very consistent. I will give another kudos to Drake for being very consistent, with the amount of albums, because to your point, Tick, is he going to be jaw ruled? Is he in the process of getting jaw ruled? I don't think he is, only because I don't think he is, because Drake came this far. I think if we had to either go online, right, or do some research, we probably could see that Drake put out more albums than Ja Rule.
That's true. That's facts. But you gotta put the timeline. But keep in mind, the beefs just happened at different times in their careers. Ja Rule was on his third album, I think, when that beef popped off. Where Drake is on maybe his 8th album. I don't know exactly, but I know it's quite a few albums, by the time this happened. He may be on his 8th, 9th album, but it's still the same thing, man. Like the brother from Shy just said, that song is out of here, man. Like, and it's a song dissing Drake. I get that it can be looked at as other things, but at its bare bones, it's a song dissing Drake. And like somebody brought up on the podcast me and my wife was watching, you wait till HBCU season come around, it's about to get crazy. Like, insane, man. Like, I don't know if he could come back from that. And I don't mean him. Let me make this clear. I'm not saying him personally and literally. I'm sure he's gonna still put out music, but I'm talking about to the audience.
Right.
Drake already in my eyes, he already one of the coolest guy. So is it even more uncool to listen to him now?
Right. Oh, and let's not forget to mention too, Tick, movies. We had this conversation before that in cinema history, right? In almost every movie, there has been a hip-hop record, a hip-hop song playing in the background or in trailers. In almost every movie that has came out, a motion picture that you would go see at the theater, right? Imagine whether it's a slapstick comedy movie or an action film. I could see it being played in an action film, right? Oh my God!
Yeah, exactly,
We talking about movies. We talking about sports. We talking about other
at stadiums, man. At stadiums.
stadiums.
That
yeah.
would be crazy.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, do you think, and this would be the last question, do you think this record is like the epitome? Do you think it's historically tops than all the other disc records that we have heard? Do you think this is gonna be like, I don't know how to put it, I don't know how to word it, Tick.
I know what you're saying.
This song takes the cake. Does this song take the cake from all the other disc records we have heard in years?
Yes and no. On the yes, I'm going to say popularity-wise.
Okay.
Popularity-wise,
right.
Just from now, I ain't put no thought into this. Just me talking off the top of my head. But popularity-wise, I can't think of another diss song more popular than this. You may could debate me about a song being as popular, but I don't know if you could show me one more popular than this. Now this is a different era too. You got to take all that into account. We got rapid social media, things move fast, so that definitely plays a role in how popular it is. So Kendrick has that to his advantage at the time that he dropped his song. Because that's not to say that no vast. Hey, how old are you, DJ Roll?
DJ Roll.
But I'm assuming he may be around my age or a little younger.
DJ Rollum he's in his 40s.
Okay, so
yeah,
if he listened to Ice Cube, No Vaseline went viral in the early 90s. There wasn't even no such thing as the internet.
That's true. That's true.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But imagine if Ice Cube would have had the internet.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But, so that goes. Yeah. That's what I meant. Yes or no. Lyrically, is it the best diss song? Probably not. Popularity wise, as of now, 2024 July, I think so. And I don't. I like to. If somebody top this, somebody gonna get killed. Cause this is the disrespect. Like, hey, bro, let's not forget Meet the Grams.
Ooh.
Let's not forget that.
Yeah, the
bro, that was vicious. Then he came out with a lighthearted diss song right after that and got motherfuckers dancing to it and making TikToks, and Kamala Harris, old front ass, she out there acting like she's loving it, and HBCUs, they about to be, my daughter, she dances in band. Guess what they band probably gonna be playing? That freaky ass nigga, you a 69 God, freaky ass. It's gonna be crazy. So, hey man, to answer your question, yes, I think it's, as of now, it set a new benchmark. Now that, of course, that don't mean it's gonna always be like that, but as of now, it set a new benchmark for this. And it's definitely one of the best diss songs ever created. I would say top 3 easily. No Vaseline, Ether, and Not Like Us. If you don't like it, talk to your mama.
Ooh. So hit 'em up, Tupac. That's not in your top 3.
No, I ain't saying me personally. I was just saying objectively. If you ask me subjectively, I'm just saying objectively, I can see people saying Ether, No Vaseline, and now Not Like Us.
Ooh. Yeah, someone else on Instagram said Tupac hit 'em up. I mean,
that's a big one. That's a big one. That's definitely top 5. Easy.
Top 5.
Oh, easy. Yeah, hit 'em up is definitely top 5. Yeah.
What was Wankster? I mean
50 Cent.
Oh,
his is more of a movement than one song, but go ahead.
Yeah. No. You know what? We gotta throw in, man, that new version of Hail Mary, Eminem 50 Cent and Busta Rhymes. That.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But what about
imagine
DJ?
if Kendrick Lamar was still, imagine if they
I
put
know.
Kendrick Lamar on there.
Yeah, but what about DJ Quick, Dollars and Cents? Like I was telling you, to familiarize yourself with it. He ate MC8 alive, and that's no disrespect to you, MC8. If you ever see this, I love you, but you know it. He ate him alive, man. Fuck with Dre Day. Dr. Dre got into Luke, Cube, and Tim Dog ass. I mean, it's a lot of good. Oh, your boy Common, the bitch in you.
Right.
I mean, that's one of the best diss songs I ever heard too. So I mean, it's that's why I said to answer your question is yes and no. I've heard plenty of diss songs as good as Not Like Us. Plenty.
Yeah.
As far as quality wise, lyrically wise, that's not nothing new to me. But popularity wise, I don't know, man.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you so much for coming on the Beat Break Morning Show this morning, man. Darkside Creed, The Legacy is on YouTube. Go to YouTube right now so you can check out his joints there, man.
That's old music now. That's some old music. Yeah,
but you know, it's old, but it's gonna be new to somebody else. Yeah. And you also still have Go 50 available on Amazon, right? Amazon and wherever they can get their books from. Yeah.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. I was the co-author of that book along with Stacey Ward and Curtis Fowler. Yeah, we enjoyed putting that together. It was 3 of us that wrote that together. Yes.
Nice. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't gotten your copy, you need to get it. I'm gonna make sure I put it in the caption here before Tick exit out. Go 50, get your copy today on Amazon and Barnes and Noble, wherever you get your books from. So we're gonna go ahead and put it right here. Let's see, can we pull it up? Barnes and Nobles. There we go. Barnes and Nobles. Get it. Go 50. Get it. Amazon, Barnes and Nobles. All right. Before you go, Tick, anything coming up? Anything else you would like to let the viewers know?
Just let's keep the culture alive. You know, be aware of your biases. And to answer the question, like I always tell my cousin Sean during our conversations, we always come back to the beginning. We go into this tangent, but we always come back. To bring it back to the title of this video, it's real hip hop and real R&B coming back. I want to say this. I am a connoisseur of hip hop. To me, personally, real hip hop never left because the radio or the internet never dictated to me what hip hop to listen to. I mean, Nas has dropped numerous albums in the last 5 years. I mean, come on. Sugar Free has dropped albums. Who else from the old school? DJ Quick. My point is, rappers from our era have been dropping albums consistently for a while. But how many of you all went and checked them out? You know, a lot of us complain about, oh man, I want to hear the real hip hop. It ain't no good rap. Nobody's creative. Nobody imaginative. But I challenge that. How many of you all stopped listening to KRS-One? KRS-One got like 30 albums. Did you stop listening to them in the early 90s? If you did, that's on you. That's on you. That's on you. Stop blaming everybody else. Go check out and support your favorite artists, man. Make them popular.
Facts.
Come on.
Facts.
Let's be real with each other. You don't have to listen to Dog Pound. It's all time. Man, hey, hip hop is so diverse, and that's why I love it.
Love it, man. Hip hop is here to stay.
Out there. But stop letting the internet and radio tell you this is all we have. Man, I'm telling you, it's a lot of old school artists, true school artists. They still putting out music. But you got to check them out. Supply and demand. If you're not demanding K Reno, if you're not demanding Brother Ali, if you're not demanding Sugar Free, if you're not demanding whoever, Devin the Dude, E40, so on and so forth, shut up.
All right, and coming up next is the DJ Roland mix with nothing but West Coast music. I'm just playing. He gonna throw in. He probably gonna throw in some Far Side and who else?
I know,
some other.
West Coast Soldier, Mischief, Far Side, the innocent.
Yeah.
I know that'd be hilarious.
Right. Dilated Peoples, the list goes on and on and on, man.
All
Tick,
the East
man.
Coast down the West Coast artists. They on the funky Homo sapien.
There you go.
Hey man, ain't that a dope name? Do y'all remember when y'all first heard that name, Dale the Funky Homo sapien?
I was like, what the hell?
Me too. And
His
first single was called Mr. Gobalina.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's why I love hip hop, man. Come on, man. This is what we do.
This is what we do, man. This is what we do, man. We really appreciate it, man. Tick, come on anytime, man. Always keeping it authentic and real. We really appreciate your commentary, man. You know, much love, cousin. All right?
All right, peace, DJ Roller. Even though I ain't get a chance to hear you much, man. I know, I feel you, brother. I feel you.
DJ lagging. All right, DJ Roll. Cousin, I'll talk to you later. Peace. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Tick. All right, here on the Beat Break Morning Show with Sean Garvey and DJ Roland. What a great conversation, yo. DJ Roland. Well, damn. I mean, I know we're getting ready to wrap up and everything, but
I didn't hear the question. Remember, I'm DJ Lag, so you gotta repeat.
DJ Lag. So on the next episode of the Beat Break Morning Show, we're gonna work it out. We're gonna get we may have to get DJ Roland some new equipment. We're gonna have to put him in a new studio. We're gonna have to do something.
I'm gonna have my thing plugged up because I saw a sign saying
that part. That part.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't need to say any more. You don't need to say anything else. You don't need to say no more. No mas. All right, y'all. All right, we getting ready to get up out of here. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, this Saturday night at 8 p.m. on Honey. Honey is new movie channel for independent films and television content. Download the Honey app on your Roku TV channels. But that's not what I want to pull up. This Saturday night at 8 p.m. is the premiere of Not My Own, directed by our good friend and colleague Gary Wade. A very romantic suspense thriller coming to Honey this Saturday night at 8 p.m. on the Honey Saturday Night box office premiere. So go to reachoncommunications.com to download the Honey app to your Roku TV, or you can watch it live on your phone and on reachoncommunications.com. Just click on the tab where it says Watch Honey live on your TV, and make sure to check out the movie premiere of Not My Own this Saturday night at 8 p.m. on Honey. All right. And I appreciate everybody for sending their donations to my GoFundMe. Okay, so I have a GoFundMe campaign for all those that want to help me in my recovery from my high blood pressure. Of course, I appreciate all the thoughts and prayers, and I appreciate all the love and support that you all have sent to me my way. But if you want to make a donation to make sure that I am good on all of my medical needs, you can go follow me on Facebook at Sean Garvey and make a donation to my GoFundMe account, all right? Because these bills ain't no joke. I'll tell you that right now, all right? We will have a GoFundMe account for Reach One Communications in a few days if you want to make a donation to our multimedia platform. I want to say thank you to our special guests, Tick, Kevin, Cuzzo, the author of Goat 50. You all make sure you support him and get the book. And shout out to Riddell Drakeport for making that pop-up visit to the Beat Break Morning Show and chiming in on the conversation on hip-hop and R&B. I am definitely going to get the new Common album. I'm definitely going to get the new Marsha Ambrosius album. I know we didn't get a chance, DJ Roland, to talk about the real R&B. We may have to do that on another show and talk about the R&B side. And because we're not just only hip hop, but we also rhythm and blues around these parts. So we'll touch on the R&B side at a later day and time. And yeah, that's it for me. At Sean Garvey, ATL, Instagram. Follow me there on Instagram, Sean Garvey on Facebook. And I'm gonna do it for DJ Rollum since he is still lagging. Make sure you follow him on Instagram and on Facebook, all your social media at DJ Rollum. And we're also on TikTok, by the way. TikTok and on X, Reach One Media on TikTok. And I'm hearing my own echo. It's about time to go. We gotta go. I hear my own echo right now. All right, let me see. Nope. Okay. No. They're kicking us out, DJ Roland. They're kicking us out, man. I heard my own echo. That is so weird. You've been lagging, and I'm hearing my own echo. Gotta love live broadcasting. But like I said, follow me, Sean Garvey, on Facebook and on Instagram, Sean Garvey ATL, and Reach One Media on TikTok and X. Podcast FM. Yeah, we have all of our social media sites on reachonecommunications.com. Any last words, DJ Rollo? DJ Laggin?
Yeah. DJ Laggin, aka DJ Rollum. Follow me at DJ Rollum on IG and X. And DJ Rollum Towns, and you get a good deal on Facebook.
Okay. And we got to talk about on the next episode, we got to talk about your visit on a yacht for the very first time. We'll talk about that. I'm glad we didn't talk about that because you was lagging throughout the whole entire time, and I wanted to get the details on what all happened on the yacht.
Yeah, no. But I know what to do
what
next
he said.
time.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for the DJ
yacht.
Rollum mix.
Birthday yacht. That's
the birthday yacht. Birthday yacht. Birthday yacht. Until the next time, ladies and gentlemen, y'all stay tuned for the DJ Rollum mix, the DJ Rollum caffeine and energy drink mix. And this mix is going to be very special. This mix is dedicated to, speaking of which, Drake. And the entire mix will be nothing but artists dissing Drake. We call this mix the Everybody Hates Drake mix. Everybody Hates Drake mix by our very own DJ Roll.
It could be very interesting. You're going to hear some stuff on there you really never heard before. Some stuff you have heard before, but all you got to say is, if you ever been to a or seen, not really been to one, but seen a boxing match, get ready.
And on that note, man, we're going to get up out of here before I start lagging.
Yes.
Until then, y'all take care. We out. It's the Beat Break Morning Show. Y'all keep it locked. Don't lag, y'all. Don't lag.